Hello everyone, today we will talk about the transit of Jupiter. Transit Jupiter is in opposition to natal Earth. How transit Jupiter will behave in opposition to natal Earth depends on the position of natal Earth. This transit may be more prominent in your life if you already have planets in aspect to your natal Earth. But the basics are as follows. During the transit of Jupiter in opposition to natal Earth, we will likely experience changes in our financial situations and wealth. This aspect calls into question our values, requires re-examination, and in some cases will present opportunities for growth and expansion of influence on projects. So in some situations your ability to expand towards anything will be denied. Although you have already had your own personal history of denying yourself pleasures and satisfaction, you are probably now facing other people who oppose you from getting what you want for their own reasons. This kind of discovery and awakening encourages a re-examination of both the relationships associated with projects and personal values. As things will go one way or the other, as with any opposition, polarity and better position come into focus, creating a dynamic with the opposite side. If there are issues that need to be resolved within projects, they will be drawn out and amplified through Jupiter's pressure. Issues of right relationship, balance, and the importance of healthy connections come to the fore. The harmony of the process will not be made easier, but only if there are many things standing in the way. Jupiter will create situations that empower the necessary growth, but there will certainly be discomfort and challenges. The noticeable tension between the expansive and optimistic energy of Jupiter and the static, pleasure-seeking nature of Earth often blocks the increased desire for enjoyment and luxury. The increased tendency to seek fun and pleasure in various forms, such as dining out, shopping or attending expensive social gatherings, will create a sense of optimism that anything is possible, but it will also lead to excessive enjoyment or unrealistic expectations in financial matters. This will be very disturbing if the people standing in your way are loved ones, such as partners, friends, family, or colleagues. So it is entirely possible that you are trying to indulge too much. However, only you can adequately decide what is too much, and when it is too soon to make a move. This is where you experience the most resistance and confusion and have trouble understanding it. One way is to listen to your body. For example, if you are gaining too much weight or find it difficult to keep it all together, you have probably gravitated towards excess. Another way is to pay attention to what is happening around you. If your bank and credit balances are in disarray, chances are you need to pull back. As we have already mentioned, Jupiter's transit opposite your natal Earth leads to conflict, but compromise and transparency are important. Express your needs openly and beware of excessive spending and indulgences. Stay balanced because re-examining your financial goals and values leads to new opportunities for financial growth and expansion, but it also leads to excessive indulgence and financial pressure. The desire for indulgence will clash with the need for balance. Accept this as an opportunity to explore what truly brings you income. In this dance between expansion and excess, you may find yourself drawn to experiences that challenge your usual patterns, whether through newfound passions or income. The opposition in this case involves a kind of climax or culmination between the cycles of the two planets. In other words, things will come to a head and culminate, with relational negotiations, integrations, and separations occurring in one way or another. This powerful aspect therefore highlights the challenges of balancing personal values with external circumstances. While it offers an opportunity for growth and expansion through new experiences, it creates situations in which conflicting interests between self-indulgence and long-term goals must be managed. However, it is important to keep in mind Jupiter's tendency toward excess. While optimism and expansion are hallmarks of this transit, overconfidence in financial decisions or overspending will certainly undermine potential gains. Practicing moderation and seeking wise advice in financial matters will help mitigate these risks. Jupiter in opposition is considered disordered. When it is in opposition to Earth, it inclines you towards excessive indulgence and an excessive preference for fattening foods. For Jupiter, desserts and quantity hold a special place because then he loves nutritious food and going to the supermarket, especially to buy food because it gives him a deep sense of abundance. Therefore, be careful not to overindulge in food and reduce the amount of fattening foods. Try including more tomatoes, garlic, lemon, aromatic fruit juices and foods rich in iron in your diet. Reduce the consumption of crunchy foods and, in short, beware of gluttony.